again. So please, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Am I audible, Honorable?
Absolutely, you are audible. You're audible.
That's great. Very good evening to all. This is Ambassador Nur Ahmad from Bangladesh. I'm the International Ambassador of the Global University, as well as I'm the event coordinator of the Youth Mental Health Awareness GMHA in Australia. I'm Bangladesh General Secretary of Yes You Can International UK, and I'm the international volunteer of Serve Humanity USA, and so many activities I'm doing. So it's really honor. I have to give my gratitude to the Rajarao brother for implementing such a great SDG event as the SDG Global Festival, where the number of national and international leaders sharing their news, views, as well as ideas regarding the SDGs. So today I'm going to talk about the SDG K, that is reduce inequality. Inequality within and among countries is a persistent cause for concern. Despite some positive signs towards the reducing inequality in some dimensions, such as reducing the relative income inequality in some countries and preferential trade status benefiting the low-income countries, but inequality still persists. My dear Honorable, as you informed that COVID-19 has deepened the existing inequality and hitting the poorest and the most vulnerable community the hardest. It is the spot, and it has put the spotlight on the economic inequality and fragile the social safety net and leave the vulnerable community to bear the burn of this crisis. My dear Honorable, as we know, that is inequality of income and wealth are served and have been widening globally. Let me give you some example. That is the richest 1% of the global world population now control up to 40% of global assets. I repeat, the richest 1% of the world population now control up to 40% the global asset, while the poorest half own just 1%. Look, this is the information during this time, and as well as you know, that the economic front, the COVID-19 effect, the number of global unemployment and dramatically slashed worker income is increases. As well as there is another effect on the other side, like gender equality and women's rights across every sphere, from the health to the economy, security to the social protection, and some impact of the COVID-19 has exacerbated for the women and girls simply by virtue of their sex. Now, I would like to flag out some challenges that for why the disease implementation, follow-up, review are not going very smoothly. First of all, no SDG refer the explicitly to the older person, older or senior citizen. Although the age-based discrimination is a serious problem, as we know, it is important to recall the right to autonomy and self-determination of our senior citizen. My dear Honorable, I would like to share another point, that is systematic excess gap affect migrant. State and countries should have effective mechanism for protecting refugees, asylum, stateless person, unaccompanied children, and victim of traffic and sexual abuse, and some others. Let's speak out another challenge, that is the coordination between the different administrative and the political level for the facilitating policies. Implementing is also a challenge in the country. My dear Honorable, I already shared about the challenges, the 3 important challenges. Now I flag out the 5 opportunities to implement the policy that directly tackle the inequality and its root causes. First of all, legal empowerment as a mechanism to address inequality. Legal reform to help barriers to opportunities and eliminating law and reinforce the disadvantage. Secondly, a focus of early childhood to ensure that children from the poor families have meaningful access to social and economic development and opportunities like early childhood education and the high quality universal health coverage. Thirdly, support to the informal sector, including the measure of transition to the formal economy, which could increase the social protection for workers and improve the business environment. Fourthly, a combined approach of target and universal measures, such as promoting universal system of coverage of quality services in health, education, and sanitation. Finally, progressive taxation to support the redistribution, including through the social protection and social transfer to reduce the income inequality and prevent the vulnerable population from falling into poverty. I'm trying to give you some financial solution for the SDG 10. There is a number of financial solutions. How can we meet up this crisis? First of all, I'm sharing some of the points, that is concession, crowdfunding, impact investment, lotteries, public guarantees, remittance, voluntary standard, social and development impact bonds. There are the number of points. You can utilize any of those or number of those to eliminate the crisis of the SDGs. Just let me figure out some 2 or 3 points regarding the concession. What does it mean? Concession allow people to use land or property in the protected area or the natural site for the specific purpose. Usually is an exchange for a fee. Let me talk about the crowdfunding. Look, crowdfunding is very easiest term. That is, you can get the money from the individuals, from the donor, from the investors, which you can do something for the sustainable development. And yes, lotteries, as we already informed, that lotteries, government and the civil society use the lotteries to raise the fund for beloved purpose, such as education, health, and natural conservation. And public guarantee, I have to flag out this one also, because guarantee can be mobilized and leverage commercial financing by migrate or protecting risks and notably commercial default or the political risks. Okay, and now I'm going to already share the challenges and the probable opportunities. Now I'm focused on the monitoring purpose. How can we monitor the SDG 10 policy and the reviewing? The key message states that the importance of building an evidence based on the policy making and tracking implementation process through the mapping and measuring inequality and developing appropriate metrics to the measure progress. We can use the mapping and measuring inequality and developing some appropriate metrics to the measure progress. So we can easily find out what kind of, what percentages are going up. Let's figure out another one. In particular, the food security, health, education, infrastructure, as well as the climate as the key areas where more and better data is necessary to measure and achieve the progress. My Honorable, the importance of addressing inequality also between the countries through the establishing mutual accountability and the greater policy coordination. It is identified the financial flaws, migration, and trade as the driver of inequality between the countries, and made the several recommendations for action and promote the equality among the countries. It's all about my words. Thanks for hearing with patience. I hope we will do something for implementing SDG 10 for the worldwide. Firstly, we have to start from our local and national perspective.